tell me from 0 to 10, how much pain you're feeling, what it feels like.
Well, the position that I'm sitting in right now, it's about a 5, but it gets up to 8 or 9. And when I'm walking, when I get up and down, various things.
Okay. If you were to stand up right now, would that increase your pain typically? Is that a movement that increases your pain?
Yeah.
Do you want to try it just to see, and then we'll do some of that mental work? Sorry to put you in more pain, but
no,
just for the sake of science.
And in fact, right now it's not hurting that bad.
Oh, okay. What happened when you stood up then? Going from sit to stand?
Not much.
Okay.
It's certain positions. Like I have a trainer, and if I do this going back, that hurts in my SI joint, although actually right now it doesn't hurt that bad. But at any rate.
So wait, pause.
Yeah.
Emphasize.
Now it hurts. Now I have to get in a certain position, but yeah.
It may be not even the position, but yes.
Yeah. Yes.
So
yes.
It's when you do have those moments where you're like, oh, that's weird, this time it didn't hurt as much, make a mental note of that, right? Because I want you to always build a case of it's possible it's not structural.
Right.
Because that helps your belief, that will subconsciously help your brain not tighten up when you go to do those certain movements.
Oh, okay. So make a mental note of when it's not hurting, so I can build a case. Okay.
Yes. Yes, it's so important, because our reticular activating system, that part of our brain that wants to prove itself true, will ignore the other evidence. I mean, I've had people tell me one thing one day, and then the next day they've completely forgotten that they had less pain. So you want to just, it's like shifting your focus from all the times you do have pain to the times you don't. And then you start to see more of those times you don't have pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But where was I going to go after that? Okay. But so then you do have some pain right now. It back up. Okay. So why don't we just have you sit here then? And is it back to a 5? Is that what it is? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's just have you sit there, close your eyes, start to tune into your body, starting with the breath. You can just notice what your breath is like naturally, if it, however fast or slow it is. If you want to start to deepen the breath, you can, if that feels good. But just giving yourself a few breaths to start to tune into yourself and let everything else around you go. Feel support by the chair and the floor. And then as you tune into your body, scan your body, what do you feel and where do you feel it?
Actually, I've been practicing a loving kindness meditation. Like I am safe, I am well, I am loved.
Yeah.
And so when I do deep breathing and when I do that, my body does relax. And the palpitations go way down.
Okay. Amazing. How does the SI joint feel?
I mean,
you're kind of moving. Are you trying to find the spot or?
I'm in it right now. It feels like there's like a hot poker, like going right in that joint.
Mm-hmm. And if you're just sitting there, not moving, but you imagine yourself walking, I'm curious what happens with your body, with your brain, when you imagine yourself getting up, going on your walk, you're more than 3 minutes in. How does your body react when we just talk about it, when you're just sitting here and imagining it? Does it change at all if you?
Yeah, I mean, it starts to feel tight in my SI joint.
So you can see how just by sitting here, you can actually increase the pain in one way. Yeah. So what we're going to just experiment with is just seeing if you could imagine with less pain. So let's pick the walking, because that seems to be the one that has been getting worse and is a little more scary maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we did this with my hamstring and
Yeah.
it totally went away.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Right. So let's try having you imagine that you're getting up and you're walking and you're joyful because you are so excited because you have no pain. You feel so loose, you feel so limber, you're imagining walking. And I'll send you this recording so you don't have to take notes, but you can just imagine maybe you're outside in a beautiful area and you just love everything about how good you feel right now. You feel, like you're 10 years younger, just walking around with so much energy, with good feeling in your body. Maybe the sun is on your face, you're smiling and just feeling how amazing it is to be able to do those movements with complete calm, comfort, even joy. Are you able to imagine that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. How does that feel? Tell me a little about it.
Well, I mean, I can remember when I wasn't hurting.
Mm-hmm.
So so it does feel, I do feel loose.
Loose when you're walking in your imagination. Yeah, so
Mhm.
loose. What does that area maybe look like compared to what you see now in your mind's eye?
It is more, instead of like a red bullseye
Uh-huh.
back there, it's more a blue-green kind of color,
Mm-hmm.
cooler.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So maybe, when you are having some sensation, you can imagine that red,
Yeah.
like cooling down and changing colors. And, maybe the breath, you can send your breath down there and that cools it down.
Yeah, definitely, because definitely the more I think about it hurting, the redder, the
Yeah.
more it hurts.
Right. When you even imagined yourself walking, it got worse.
Yeah.
And now as you're just calm with it. We're not like intently trying to change it urgently. We're just like so curious about it and fascinated with it and loving it and telling it it's safe. And I love that you're doing those loving kindness meditations because I tell my body that it's safe a lot too. I think you said you do that too. You're safe, but
Well, I remembered it when I went back and looked at your pen vent.
oh yes, tell yourself you're safe and hands on your heart even. And
Right.
yes. So how is the sensation now as you're just sitting here in real life?
I can't really feel anything.
Amazing.
Mhm. I
How,
like the idea of sending a cool breath
yeah,
back there,
yeah.
because I am breathing a little harder when I'm walking, and
Mm.
the like essential oils and stuff like that that you put on sore spots is deep blue was
Yeah,
one I
I
use.
know
So
that.
I think of blue as a
Oh, yeah. You might
cooling.
even, oh my gosh, even you telling me that, I imagine the tingle on my back of deep blue. So you might even, I like had that sensory experience in my imagination as we were talking. So you might even imagine yourself putting deep blue on. I mean, it's the sky's the limit. It's whatever you feel like imagining. Sometimes, you might have your own best ideas, but you can just play around with it and be so curious. And when you know that it can change without you doing anything else structural, then you know that it's just these neural pathways. It's just a question of how to calm them without adding more fear, right?
Right.
Urgency and like, I've got to change it. What's going on? It's not working. I'm not doing it right. Versus, just being so like calm, curious, loving.
Yeah, the loving part for sure.
Yeah.
Because generally when I think about it, when it's happening, I'm like, dang it, stop.
Mhm.
You know,
Yes.
like, it hurts.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not enjoying my walk because it hurts.
Yeah. Get into kind of a maybe catastrophizing mode a little bit.
It gets worse and worse and worse the more the walk goes on. And then I say,
Yeah.
dang it, I'm going to keep on going because I'm not letting this, but that's not particularly loving.
Not loving. Right.
That's like, I'm going to get through this,
Right.
as opposed to sending cool breath and love to that area. That's a big difference.
Mhm. And like enjoying the movement and how delicious it feels to be able to stretch and move your body. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Definitely.
curious if you just tune in, kind of close your eyes one more time and just tune into that area. And if you ask that area, if you just focus on that area and ask it, if it has a message for you, what that would be.
Yeah, I mean, it's relax. Relax. I'm just trying to get your attention, but relax. What'll happen will happen with the job or anything else, and it'll all work out.
How does that feel in your body when you're thinking?
I feel relaxed.
Relax, it'll all work out. Whatever will happen, will happen.
Oh, Betsy, that was the other thing. Up until June and July, well, I'm a Christian, so like what I was thinking was, whatever God's will is in this situation, let that happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until it became a reality that I was being considered that thought has diminished.
Mm-hmm.
And it got more into, I needed to go on the interview. I did a practice session with a coach friend of mine, and what if, that this is when it really started to hurt.
Mm-hmm. You kind of lost that focus or that letting go or
the letting go and the surrender.
Yeah, the surrender. Yeah. And then you started getting anxious and tight and your body started hurting and your heart is beating like crazy and
Mm-hmm.
just these grounding moments and centering and everything's going to be okay can shift everything.
Yeah.
They can both be true, right? Like we're imagining either way. We're imagining the future either way. It's all pretending.
Yeah. And I realized that my thought, I'm going to lose all my freedom, that's not even true, because I get to set the structure. And if what they want is not this in line with what I have in mind, I don't have to take it.
Yeah, amazing.
Amazing.
That's powerful. And when you feel empowered, you don't have stress. You don't have the stress response because you think
empowered. That's good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not a victim.
You are not a victim.
At the whim of what they want. I can choose to or not to.
Yes. And you'll always choose the best thing for yourself.
Right.
Because you are going to take care of yourself.
With love.
With love. Because that feels the best to you. That's the best way to serve other people.
Yeah. And I'm often, or have often in my lifetime been very hard on myself. Like the perfectionist.
Yeah.
I have to do this right. What if I do it wrong?
Right. And you were worried about disappointing those people and all of that extra stuff throws off your alignment. Yeah.
Literally. Yes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? My back alignment.
I know. I was thinking of doing a podcast episode about alignment because as a physical therapist, I talked about alignment so much. And now I'm like, alignment, I see it so differently, but it's still relevant.
It's still relevant. And that would be a great podcast.
Yeah. If you're out of alignment, like you feel it in your body, right? Yeah. Anytime you commit to doing something you don't want to, and you're resentful, you feel it. And
everything goes wonky because you're out. Yep.
Jane, great work.
Oh,
I feel
so
great
good.
too. Thank you. That was
Thank